Part one. Now, in the first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some question about yourself. Let's talk about your hometown. One, what kind of place is your hometown? So obviously, I'm living in a very small, uh, living in a small district, but it's very beautiful. So in that, um, in um, in my district, where I growing and has a very memorable childhood with my family, with my friend. What do young people do for entertainment in your hometown? Football and football and baseball is the most popular transport in my hometown, and young people organize a lot of activity a lot of activity for the activity status in my hometown. What is the worst thing about living in your hometown? Why? I think my hometown is very perfect in my heart, and hometown is very beautiful and has a lot of memorial childhood, and this is the area where I keep a lot of memory from my childhood with my friend, my family, and my mother. So I think it's very perfect. Don't have any worth, and it's anything worse, and it's very beautiful and very perfect in my heart. Part two. Now I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you go to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you will have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say, and you can make notes if you wish. Do you understand? Okay, here. Some paper is pencil to my nose, and here's the topic. I'd like to you describe something you or which is very important to you. Describe something to you or which is very important to you. It should say what do you use it for, how long you have had it, and where you got it from, and explain why it's so important to you. And nowadays it has a lot of developments in the world, and about the information technology has a great innovation. And telephone is one of the innovations of is one of the innovations of the generation. So as you know, a smartphone is very important in my life and in all the people's life. So, and smartphone is one of the best friend of the people. And so when you use and smartphone is things is it's very important to me. And when you use a smartphone, you can read online newspaper. You can listen to music. You can study through Zoom or Google Meet, or sometimes you can click or the due to civilization too. Watching a lot of very good movies on the YouTube, and so and another reason is um my telephone has a lot of the telephone number of my friends, and especially it's Facebook, it's Zalo, and it's Facebook. I make a lot of friends from far area, and even from far area, and sometimes I want to talk a lot of talk a lot of story about the daily activity or also about my studying or my working. So and and I think smartphone is one of the best friend of the people, and it's very crucial for my life. And if it's uh, and if I don't have a smartphone, I will become some audience people. So is valuable in terms of money. So I think smartphone nowadays cost in quite high rates. It's about 4 or 5 million for per one for the get smartphone. I think is very valuable, and some situations can cost all of the month to their salary of a month to buy new telephone smartphone. Would it be easy to prefer? So I think that we guess a smartphone is the most it is the most means of trans is the most convenient means of transport all over the world, and and the telephone is one of my best friends. So I think it's then easy to replace it, and I think it don't have anything to replace it. So part three, we've been talking about something dual, which is very important to you, and I'd now like to ask you some questions related to this. First, let's consider values and the way they change. Now we will discuss the role of advertising. Do you think advertising influence what people buy? So and you can see it in all the roads or and in the front in the front of the gate of all the front many gates of the published area has a lot of advertisement, yeah, paper, and power or and advertising is very popular very popular nowadays, and it's influence for people life, and if you have if it doesn't have advertising, and we don't have any information about the any product, and we don't have enough knowledge to buy what produce you want to buy. Do advertisement give correct information, or do they encourage people to buy things that they may not need? So advertisement can divide into two types. One is real advertisement, and other is fake advertisement. So and you can clearly and fake advertisement. And so um, uh, if you don't have anything to say that you can read a real advertisement, but if you read the fake advertisement, you can you can maybe have the copycat information from it, and it will make your mind doesn't broaden, and it can make a lot of influence you to your ideological, and the fake advertisement can encourage people to buy new things. That's and I think if for example the fake advertisements right that is this product is very good. This product can have me a lot of in our daily activities, our habit. That's when you to the go to the store, go to the factory, and this product is very bad and don't have any real like the it has don't have any real like the advertisement paper, right? So like that. Is advertising really necessary in modern society? So I think it's really necessary because when so as I said before, if you have advertising, you can know a lot of produce a product that that is sold all over the world, all over Vietnam, and the real advertisement paper is there. The real advertisement paper is there very has a lot of advantage to the people. And if people don't have a smartphone to read the online newspaper, people can use the advertisement paper for instead of smartphone to know a lot to know more about the products all over the world. Or product all over the world private is in Vietnam, and you can select your own infrastructure or the or or a lot of the item in your house like the chair, like the refrigerator or the bed, and you think it's very popular in the world. It's one of the and you can make your kitchen more beautiful thanks to the advertising paper. So an advertising paper has a very has an authentic original has an authentic picture that can describe the product um, that can describe the product correctly.